Nature is a weird, wild place, isn't it? Sometimes it feels like evolution just decided to let loose, mix up its craziest ideas, and turn them into living, breathing creatures. Among the millions of species on this planet, there are a handful that are so bizarre, so out of this world strange, that they almost seem like a glitch in the system. If you've ever wondered what the weirdest, most mind-bending creatures on Earth look like, get ready. Because today, we're diving deep into the lives of 5 animals that will blow your mind. Sit back, grab a snack, and let's take a journey into the truly bizarre corners of the animal kingdom. Let's start with the axolotl, a creature so magical and mysterious that it feels like it stepped straight out of a fantasy novel. Native to the lakes of Mexico, the axolotl is also known as the Mexican walking fish, though it's not a fish at all. It's actually a salamander, but here's the twist. Unlike most amphibians, it never grows up. That's right, the axolotl lives its entire life in a juvenile state, a phenomenon called neoteny. Picture a baby creature that just refuses to grow into an adult. But it doesn't stop there. Axolotls also have a superpower that puts superheroes to shame. They can regenerate almost any part of their body. Lost a leg? No problem. Damaged its heart, lungs, or even its brain. It'll grow back like new. Scientists have been studying the axolotl for years, trying to unlock the secrets of its incredible regenerative abilities. Oh, and did I mention it's always smiling? With its feather-like gills sticking out from the sides of its head and its permanently happy expression, the axolotl might just be the most adorable little weirdo in the animal kingdom. Next up is a creature that seems custom-made to give you chills. Meet the ai, a lemur from Madagascar with a reputation that's as creepy as its appearance. Imagine walking through a dense forest at night, and suddenly you see glowing eyes staring back at you. That's the ai. This nocturnal creature has scruffy fur, huge bat-like ears, and its signature feature, a long, bony middle finger that looks like it belongs in a horror movie. But don't worry, the ai isn't out to curse you. It's actually a bug hunter, and its freaky finger is its secret weapon. The ai taps on trees with its middle finger, listening for hollow sounds that indicate bugs hiding inside. Once it zeroes in on its prey, it uses that same finger to fish out the insects. It's like the ai has its own built-in bug-snatching toolkit. But here's the thing. People used to fear the ai so much that they'd kill it on sight, believing it was a bad omen. Thankfully, conservation efforts are helping to protect this misunderstood creature. Because honestly, the world is a better place with the ai and its creepy finger in it. Now let's dive into the deep sea, where things get even weirder. Meet the blobfish, arguably the world's most famous ugly animal. The blobfish has a good reason for looking the way it does. Found in the dark depths of the ocean, the blobfish lives under intense pressure, which keeps its body looking relatively normal. But when it's brought to the surface, where the pressure is much lower, its jelly-like body collapses, leaving it looking, well, like a sad, droopy blob. And yes, it's not winning any beauty contests, but that's part of its charm. In fact, the blobfish has become a symbol for conservation, showing the world that even the ugliest animals deserve to be protected. Its sad, frowny face has earned it plenty of memes and internet fame, but at the end of the day, the blobfish is just a humble survivor of the deep, minding its own business while we all laugh at its expense. If you think noses are boring, let me introduce you to the star-nosed mole, a creature that will completely change your mind. This mole lives underground in North America, and because it's blind, it uses its nose to navigate the world. But this isn't just any nose. It's a fleshy, star-shaped structure with 22 tentacle-like appendages sticking out from it. These tentacles are loaded with sensory receptors, making the star-nosed mole's nose one of the most sensitive touch organs in the animal kingdom. It can detect the tiniest vibrations in the ground, helping it locate prey in less than a quarter of a second. That's faster than you can blink. And as if that weren't weird enough, the star-nosed mole can also smell underwater. How? By blowing bubbles into the water and then re-sniffing them. It's like evolution said, let's see how weird we can make this thing. and the result was this mole. If you ever wanted proof that nature loves to experiment, just look at the star-nosed mole. Finally, we have the undisputed king of weirdness, the tardigrade, also known as the water bear. Now, this one's tiny, so tiny that you'd need a microscope to see it. But what it lacks in size, it makes up for in sheer toughness. Tardigrades can survive just about anything. Boiling water? Check. Freezing temperatures? No problem. The vacuum of space? Bring it on. Radiation? Barely a scratch. These microscopic creatures are practically indestructible. When faced with harsh conditions, tardigrades go into a state called cryptobiosis, where they dry out completely and shut down all biological processes. They can stay in this dormant state for decades, waiting for conditions to improve. And once they're rehydrated, they spring back to life as if nothing happened. Tardigrades are so tough that scientists have sent them to space, and they survive like it was just another day. If you're ever looking for the ultimate survivor, forget cockroaches. Tardigrades are the real MVPs. So there you have it, 5 of the weirdest, most mind-blowing creatures on the planet. Each one is a reminder that life on Earth is endlessly creative, sometimes a little creepy, and always fascinating. From the smiling axolotl to the indestructible tardigrade, these animals show us that weirdness is what makes nature so incredible. Which one of these bizarre creatures is your favorite? Or do you know of an even weirder animal that deserves a spot on this list? Let me know, because the stranger, the better.